Advocates for 9/11 victims and families warn the Trump administration's cuts to the World Trade Center health program put lives at risk. The White House is shrinking the staff by 20% and pulling grants that provide coverage for treatment for first responders with new 9/11 related health issues. The reductions, part of the new administration's overhaul of the federal government. But critics say the cuts go too far. Eyewitness News reporter Michelle Charlesworth has more.
Their campaign slogan, the Secretary of Health was "Make America Healthy Again." You're not making America healthy again.
John Feal, who for years worked to pass the Zadroga bill to get lifetime health care for 9/11 first responders made sick by the terror attacks, is so angry he finds it hard to respond.
It's going to cause so much harm, and people will die. People will die. And people will get much sicker. We found out over the weekend that 20% of the CDC staff would be cut, which is detrimental to the World Trade Center Health Program, which is a lifeline to 137,000 plus people who are in the program.
Senator Schumer says the cuts are breaking a sacred promise. Senator Gillibrand calls the cuts unconscionable. They're fighting to reverse the cuts immediately. Feal has other words.
Downright nasty, ugly, cruel, and repulsive.
The people fired were in charge of signing people up, getting sick 9/11 responders help. And they were understaffed to begin with, according to Feal. Delays to their medical care, Feal says, are already awful.
It's the lifeline of enrolling people and certifying their illnesses.
What about the people who are like, look, we got to get rid of the waste, fraud, and abuse?
You cannot take a sledgehammer to every program. You need to take a surgical knife and with a microscope and look where the fraud is. There's no fraud in the World Trade Center Health Program.
Or he says waste or abuse. And he says, don't feel helpless. Get on the phone.
Call the members of Congress. Tell them that this is uncalled for, this is unnecessary, this is cruel treatment, and that you won't stand for it. And while I didn't vote for him, so many 9/11 responders and survivors have voted for him. So many. And they're being bamboozled and they're being fooled because he allowed somebody who was unqualified to do this.
In the newsroom, Michelle Charlesworth, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.